we went to the Naperville Doll Show. We were tired, but we got in the car and went out.
This time with 2 kids and not just one.
Yeah, it was a little more difficult. But the fun thing was we got to see cicadas.
That was so fun.
It was because we don't have them in our area.
That's
but
true.
we used to have them in our old area. So we got to hear them again and see them on the ground.
We could reminisce to the sound of humming. We also went and shopped the room, although this time around it was a little different. Like usually we'll go around and we'll just do a bunch of loops. It just wasn't happening this time
Because of your children.
because of Lena and Piper. But
And toilet training.
and yes, and that. So it just didn't happen like it usually does.
It was weird because I was basically by myself with one child, and then we'd go back, and then we'd switch.
Yes.
So it was different and usually I count on her going, "Did you see that thing over there? Oh, I know you like that." So I didn't have my extra set of eyes there.
So, but we did find some stuff. There wasn't like, and the collective opinion of us and some people we were with was that there wasn't like a ton of stuff that was shouting, "Buy me, buy me!"
Right.
But we all ended up leaving with some things.
Well, yeah, we bought things, but not quite the same things we normally would. I mean, it was like some of the booths were sparse on what they brought, and it's up to you what you collect. But everybody's different. But what we were looking for really wasn't on the shelf.
Yeah. I did like seeing the booth that was like just like Takara Jenny type dolls.
That was different. That was a new booth, something different.
That
That's
was
what
exciting.
they need.
They just none of them like floated my boat. Like generally, like if I'm gonna buy a Takara, like for something calls to me and says this one is super cute. None of them were like calling to me this go around. But I'm sure if that table comes again, I'll be picking something up.
Yeah, it was. Usually, I always think that when the magazine comes out, the doll magazine comes out, it seems like everybody looks at that and that's what they bring. I mean, you had your usual antique dolls, some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous dolls, but just don't normally bring, $2,000 with you for one item, and they're gorgeous. I mean, give me that person who's going to hand me that money and I'll buy one.
Yeah. Not a lot of 60s, 70s, like Little Miss No Name Playland sort of stuff.
No Thumbelinas. I never see Thumbelina anymore.
No, Giggles wasn't really there. So like, there were the 2. What's it called? The Lucy, So Alive Lucy or something.
Which was really odd to see because that was interesting because usually that one's hard to find.
And there were 2 of them.
2 of them, and I have one, and I was so excited when I had gotten one before, and now to see 2 others out in the world was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think yours is in still better shape than the 2, but they were they were still in good shape. Yours, I think, is still mid-tier.
Well, mine came with coat and an outfit too.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Still missing their spoon, but what are you gonna do?
I didn't see a lot of composition, Madame Alexander, hard plastic stuff.
There was more Madame Alexander there. It wasn't composition. It was hard plastic. There was a booth with Tammy stuff. Barbie, I don't even mention it, but there were a lot of Barbies. There were tons of boxed Barbies, and they were the years that I collected.
Like pink box stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah, there was more pink box than I realized this show.
Yeah, and they were really good prices. And you could still ask them if they could go a little bit, and they went down a little bit. So there were tons of ones, but actually they're probably all in my box too.
Yeah, the ones I did see, like I was like, oh, I have that, or like Mom has that, or whatever. And there again, we're like no Skipper pink box. Other dolls came out besides Barbie in the 90s.
Really?
Yes, really? Skipper came out. There was, I know someone bought another teen Skipper that was like the Bath Fun or whatever that I did not see. But yes, I didn't see a lot of like pink box Skippers.
Oh, they had like the 4-pack sets, like the Disney ones and the orchestra ones. Those were in the back.
Yes.
The other lady had those. Those were really nice shape, of course, because they were still in their boxes, and I would have taken them all out of boxes. There was someone there with the the Barbie convention items, which was interesting to see. I mean, they had one that I liked. There was a retro one, and then they had our year that we went to. Both of the dolls were there, so the convention dolls, which I think they probably still were there when 3 came rolling around.
You should just watch our convention coverage. Just check it out. There's a playlist.
Some people are amused by that too.
Yeah.
I always find that interesting.
You can learn all about our opinion of the convention doll,
Oh man,
which was not very high.
Yeah. So we went around differently and kind of gotten different things. I bought myself a skipper. I never buy myself a skipper because she collects skippers.
Cute.
But I thought she was in nice shape. She clicks. All her clicks work. And a Tootie that her limbs are pretty good. She bends, and then I have clothing here, so she gets an outfit.
Cute. Yeah,
So I
your
got
skipper's
those.
in good shape.
Yeah, and you are the authority on them.
Her hair's good.
Anything you can tell me about her?
She's a living skipper.
Okay. Well, I know she's a
And
living.
she has a
Her
good
color,
face.
her hair color.
Yeah, that's like the common, the more like
Is that the more
the
common?
common color.
Okay.
Is that like
The
golden?
the pale one.
The pale one is less common.
Okay.
But yeah, she's in good shape.
Yeah. So I thought that was nice. She'll go in the little section over there with me.
I picked up on the skipper theme here. Someone had this teen skipper from the Pearl Beach line of Barbie, which included Steven, Ken, Kira, Christy, Teresa, and Barbie. So it was one I didn't have, and I'm trying to get more teen skippers. I've succeeded in getting like 4 of them this year, which is great, because there theoretically aren't that many of them.
You have to find.
But
yeah.
you just have to find them at good prices. And there was one in the, speaking of puddle, apparently there was a teen Courtney in the take something, leave something box
Really?
that someone got. So I was jealous.
Oh. With one of those boxed Barbies. This Barbie and Snoopy, because I never had that one. And I think she's a pretty one.
She's cute.
And I love that she's got a Snoopy in there, so that was really reasonably priced. Never look at sticker price, because that's not what it was. But the lady, her mom had passed, so she had a whole bunch of boxes with her. So I like that.
So 2 years or so ago, we
Met a lady
named Barbara. She makes these really cool furniture pieces. We talked her up in that video. And then she didn't come back. So we're like, oh
Yeah.
no, where'd she go? But she came back to the show.
Mhm.
And she had a bunch of also really nice furniture pieces along with her. And we did not buy anything the first go around
No.
when we saw her. So we both decided to buy something this show.
Yep.
And this is cool because it's like a shelf chair, right? So imagine this is a shelf. It just sits on the shelf like that. And then your Barbie has a fancy little chair to sit on. Where they're stable and they're not going to fall. Like this is made of like wood. She had all these really nice like fabrics that she used. And like the prices were really, really, really good.
Really well, yeah.
So I picked this up for the shelf. And then I also have this really fun chair, which should fit like 2 dolls, I think. And I just thought it was really fun color.
It is, in all different shapes.
Yeah, and I love the circular aspects to it. Like it's
It's
just,
pretty.
I love just the look of it. And it's, like I said, big enough to at least potentially fit 2 dolls or like a bigger size doll.
Right. It needs the leg space. Well, I picked up in that same grouping. This is another shelf one done like that, which I thought was really cool. I'm like, that is so interesting. And I picked up this one just because it has so much room, and it reminds me of a movie theater where you had the big giant place and you were waiting for the movie to go into the room. So I thought this was so cool, and this was so reasonably priced.
Like I said, there was variety to it, and like Barbara sells mostly just through like phone. There's no website at the moment or Etsy shop or anything. So we do have her contact information, which I will link to in the description, or I'll talk about in the description. Basically, just give her a phone call. She'll text you an album of photos of what her stock is, and then you just go from there.
So like this
That's
one?
really pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, here, can you hold that?
This one's heavy, too.
It
I think
is.
it's heavier than mine.
I could hit somebody with it. And then the black leather couch.
Nice.
Which is really nice. So many cool ones.
Right? Lots of variety, too, in just the shapes of the chairs that you'll see in this video. I 100% know this is not the last time we'll be purchasing these.
No. Because you want some of the end ones.
I want
the
more,
shelf walkers.
yeah, I want more of the shelf chairs, because I think those are really cool, because you could theoretically put dolls on the shelf behind them and then like line the whole thing up with chairs, and then it's like an interesting, more stable way to
keep
pose some
your-
stuff and still have stuff on display and have it look kind of cool and
Yeah.
organized versus what my displays currently look like.
Unorganized.
So I'm going to link to Barbara's information in the description area. I might make it a title too. But just give her a phone call. She's super nice. Let her know you found her information from our channel here.
My last one is McDonald's. I saw this and I thought it was so cute. I don't know where I'm putting it, but it's the Play School McDonald's. I'm still missing things in here, but there's more things than I've ever seen in one of them at any kind of toy show. Still missing the drive-through and a little area where there's like an outside playground. And yeah, mostly the drive-through. But I thought it's so cute. And it's
really
a nice
cute.
condition from Play School.
Yeah.
And they had a talk.
Oh yeah, that's right. On Dewey Cochran, right?
Dewey's Cochran.
Yes.
Yeah. A lady has written a story about her life, and I think it looked like 700 pages or something. It's really a thick book. And she did a presentation, which was really nice that they did a presentation at this show, because usually those go to Kane. And Kane has a very tiny little spot that they do them in.
Yeah.
And this one actually had a nice sized little room for it with chairs.
Yes.
So
I do like they're incorporating some of that.
right, and if
To
they're going to
it.
do that, then they should do what the other ones where they have the display also in the main room. But they did have Dewey's Cochran dolls all up in the lobby, and it was really neat to see because I've never seen them in person, and I didn't know that most of them were tiny short ones until one of the doll companies went and made their own ones, which were the larger ones.
Yeah, because we always see the reproduction, and that's a tall one.
Yeah. So I didn't know the other ones were really tiny.
Yeah, that is super interesting.
Yeah.
And not to mention, because they were made based on real girls, right? So if you find one secondhand, it's like getting a My Twin doll and thinking like, who was this
Who is this
child? Like, who
person?
does
Yeah.
this look like?
This face,
Especially when you have like the Dewey Cochran ones, and it's like, who is this child in the 1930s that this looked like?
Right. And we only stayed for the very beginning of the session because the kids were getting out of hand, so we had to leave. But it would have been nice to see the whole thing. But I everybody thought I was crazy that what? They're going to have something going on there? It's like, yes, something going on there. I read my little postcard. As far as ours that we were at Naperville, the lady who was conducting the book talk, she said that she's been to smaller functions, and I thought, really? I kind of thought this was a little on the small side. But I thought it was funny where she said, I've been to smaller ones.
I mean, she got to peddle her book somehow, right?
Yeah.
When I do a book on Skipper one day,
You're gonna
I
do
will
it?
I set up a table.
I will sit at your table. I will
Thank you.
sit.
I'll
and
need
help.
someone to do the money, so yes.
Oh, no money. And if you were on Rachel Hoffman's page, did you get any grab bags? Because I didn't know there were going to be grab bags and I missed it, and that would have been the third part of the weekend there that I could have done something before. But missed out. I want to know what
Next
everybody
time.
got. Yeah.
So let us know all that in the comments, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.